Well, hey, it's wonderful to be here. And 267? Man, you're crazy with all of the radio shows that you're doing. That's wonderful. Congratulations. Okay, I think I might. I've had a number of books released this year. One of them is called In Depth, and it is a book that is about interviews and things that I've done over the years. One of the books, I've released a number of books this year. One of them is called In Depth and is a collection of interviews and journal entries and select poems over the years that reflect many years over my life. And because I was on the radio with you last year, the last actual journal entry or interview entry is answering questions and finishing the interview with you from May of last year. So I thought I'd start with a short poem from this book that covers many things over the years. This one covers women's issues because I worked as an acquaintance rape workshop facilitator for a number of years, and this poem is called The Burning. I take the final swig of vodka, feel it burn its way down my throat, hiss at it scorching my tongue, and reach for the bottle to pour myself another. I think of how my tonsils scream every time I let the alcohol rape me. And then I look down at my hands, shaking, holding that glass of poison, and think of how these were the hands that should have pushed you away from me, but didn't. And I keep wondering why I took your hell, took your poison. I remember how you burned your way through me. You corrupted me from the inside out, and I kept coming back. I let you infect me, and now you've burned a hole right through me. I hated it, and now I have to rid myself of you, and my escape is flowing between the ice cubes in the glass nestled in my palm. But I have to drink more. The burning doesn't last as long as you do. Relatively short but strong one, yeah. No. My corded phone disconnected from my phone, so I had to reconnect it. That was all that was. No, I'm not on a speakerphone. Trust me. Carl Sandburg, yep. Was I an early reader? I know that I started reading at age 3, but I don't know what defines early for reading. I remember reading signs and things when I was 3 years old. I learned early. I had older brothers and sisters. They were all 10 to 19 years older than me, so I had older people around me, so I was probably encouraged to be doing these basic things and getting up faster. I don't know, but... The first poem I ever wrote was for a class, and I was 9 years old. And it rhymed, which I don't rhyme anymore, thank goodness, but this was actually a good rhyming poem for a 9-year-old, and it was even published in Read magazine, which blew my mind, so I guess I was a published author by 10. But I started writing early, but things changed because as a person grows, you find new focuses and new things to write about, which is obviously apparent for being a child, teenager, a female, entering workforce, blah, blah, blah. Things change, so your writing will obviously evolve with what you deal with from day to day as well. One of the schools I was helping for founding the internet, yes. U of I. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It was surprising because women at the time when I went in '88 were not usually looked for, or they didn't work so hard as to be able to get into a computer science engineering degree, but I got in on my grades. I had no problem at all. I just, because of a confluence of circumstances, I found myself writing and taking photos in my spare time. And so I thought going into journalism is a great way to be able to learn about the world, be able to expand things about the world, be able to share stories with the world, and be able to not only write but also take pictures. So I ate that one up with a spoon. And I changed majors by my sophomore year, so I was just taking basic courses for computer science, which could just transfer for higher basic level courses for going into journalism, so it was no problem at all. The singing is something I've always loved to do, and so I've always been very, very comfortable with it. I never took instrument lessons. I never did that in school. I would have been playing the flute, which I didn't want to do for a band. But I've been told that I'm perfect pitch when I sing, and I have a good memory for things, and I sing.